Okay guys, welcome back. This is the English version of the videos, yes, for the international student. On these videos I will show you the setting on the one-way data binding. So how do you set up and create a simple data binding on an Android app. So this is the result. You will have photos and text and numbers, student numbers on the screen, and then you can clone this repo. There is several branch here that in each branch will have a specific way to do something, to create an app like this one here. The first branch is terminal. Go to your terminal, then type git branch, then okay, check out what we have here. Data binding, outway object. Okay, we have this branch. Okay, now when we run the app, okay, it will compile Gradles and it will show the perfectly same, yeah, exactly the same with the previous result from my master branch on the GitHub. But in this app, I do not use data binding yet, but I already insert this one in Gradles here. This is to enable data binding and then the specific Gradles. Okay, what happened in this code that I have created a private variables for the object and for the text view. And what we have here, we have this simple text view and image, but not binding yet. And then the activity is a simple activity without data binding layout. Okay, here on the activity files, I create another method called setMahasiswa, where on this setMahasiswa's function, I have created an instance of the mahasiswa class using this one. And what is in mahasiswa class? I have this variables, constructor, empty constructor with variables, and getter and setter. Then in main activity, you can set up the values using this way, using the find view by ID, and then set the text to the text view using mahasiswa.getNama, where mahasiswa.getNama is returning string here. That was what happened in the normal ways, the old ways when we are not using data binding. Then let's change to another branch. Let's see. The branch is data binding object. Use -f, yeah, if you are doing editing or editing these files. Use -f. It will destroy your change, but it will be safely check out to the another branch, yeah. Because if you change files and you have to commit first. Data binding object. Okay. Now on this branch, I already use data binding, this one, and then I change the layout. Yeah, now we have a variables name is mahasiswa and reference to these models. Okay, and then on the mahasiswa's layout, I already use the binding tagging, binding tag here, add and open curly bracket mahasiswa.nama and close curly bracket. This is the way you reference the variable of mahasiswa. This is the getter. Mahasiswa.nama means mahasiswa.getNama. It will return string. That's why here we can use that. And then on the activity, now we have a cleaner code. On the activity, we have this one. I changed the set content view using databinding util, and then I create mahasiswa's object, and then I set up the binding.set mahasiswa. Then the databinding will learn these variables and then set it up here as mahasiswa. Then we'll set up the variables here as the values I set up in main activity. That's it in this layout, When we run the app, we will have exactly the same, but on this code we are not using any kind of find view by ID, so this will help you to code cleaner, and of course by using data binding we have a faster code execution, but on this simple project we cannot feel the difference, but when we do a bigger project there will be a slight difference. Then another branch is how to bind image, data binding object image, the branch. So go to terminal, then git checkout -f data binding object image. Okay, now we have another case where we want to bind image to our layout. I have the image is not shown here. I have a image view on the previous projects, but how do we set the image? I set up the image using this one. Still on the mahasiswa's variable, but now the mahasiswa's constructor is different. I have an integer variable to save the image ID, and then I added new constructor, then add a setter getter for the image. And how to use it on the data binding is easy. The only change happen here is on the new mahasiswa, but now I have r.drawable.profile, so I pointed the ID for my image ID using drawable resource ID and put the image here on the drawable. That's it. And then when we run the app again, we have a clean app without find view by ID using data binding. So on this on this code, we can learn how to set up the layout values using data binding. This one, and it's not only text but also image and everything else on the Android component, Android widget. Sorry. Okay, thank you for listening, and then please don't forget to keep learning and realize that coding is easy when you know how to do it. Okay, I will turn off the videos first.